Hello, I'm Professor Russell from UNC Charlotte, and today I'm going to help you prepare your excerpts for the North Carolina Regional Honors Orchestras. I thought the way we would go about this is to isolate some of the passage work and discuss how to practice it initially and then how to perform it. Really, the main issue on the first page are the 16th note passages. But before we address that, I'd like to talk about the very beginning, the first couple of measures, because it involves playing the eighth notes with a martelé bow stroke, which has a lot of energy. So it should sound something like this. So the martelé stroke has separation between each eighth note, and it has a little point of articulation at the beginning. And that is what will give it energy. But mostly the challenges in this piece will be found in the 16th note passages. The first one, for instance, I would recommend that before you dive in and play it the way it's written, that you create a practice method involving double stops. So the first passage I'm talking about is the one that is this. But I would practice it in double stops, 2 notes at a time, in martelé. And after you're comfortable with the double stops, take it back to the original way it's written. I do recommend that you use second position in that passage because it will facilitate it. Even if you're not used to using second position, it's a great opportunity to learn to become more comfortable with it. Now, the next 16th note passages, simply, they have different challenges, but just to address a few of them, I'll look at the next 16th note passage, and I do recommend that you take each of these 16th note passages out of context and practice them as if they were one of your etudes or studies. I would simply recommend that you use a very nice, broad, détaché stroke, meaning use a good amount of bow, don't feel cramped, but... And that would go for all of the 16th note passages. The final one has a special little difficulty to it in that you have to change the bowing to 1 separate and 3 slurred. So that can be a little tricky coming out of a different sort of pattern. It will sound like this. I would keep that bowing in the upper half and go all the way to the tip, and that will make the passage a little more manageable. For the second page, I would like to address first the mordents that you see written over a couple of the notes, because there's 2 different kinds of mordents. Mordents are not full trills. They're just really 3 notes. One of them starts on the main note and goes up, and the other one starts on the main note and goes down. So the one with the slash through it, the second one, is the one that goes down. The one without the slash is the one that goes up. So they would sound this way. And so you might just want to pay attention to that detail. Now, the 16th note passages on the second page are just tricky because the pattern changes. The bowing pattern changes, and you have some accidentals to be careful with. For instance, the first one, you want to watch the A sharps. Keep the A sharps there. The A sharp is going to stay throughout. But then he changes the bowing pattern from straight détaché to separates with slurs. And that one is tricky in particular because of the fingering. The last measure of the first 16th passage on the second page, you have to dip down to second position and stretch up to third position within the same 4 notes. So it's going to look like this in slow motion. And in tempo. The other passages simply, you have to pay attention to the changing bowing pattern because it changes quite frequently. And as an example of that, I will play the middle of the second page, the 16th note passage, and you'll see how everything changes. So pay attention to the changing bowing pattern. And I do think that if you isolate these 16th note passages in this excerpt, that your audition will end up being stronger if you have paid attention to these like they're just studies. So good luck, and wishing you all the best in your audition.
Your journey as a musician involves hard work, discovery, and making music come alive. How do you become the musician you want to be? At Davidson Violins, we have the expertise to help you become a great musician. Our studios help students learn fundamental techniques that help them play some of the world's most beautiful music. Our luthiers adjust and repair your instrument to ensure you sound your best. Great instruments, bows, and a wide selection of strings allow you to be at your very best in auditions, orchestras, and your personal enjoyment. Come explore the world of string instruments with our staff of professional teachers, luthiers, and players. Visit us at 102A South Main Street in Davidson, North Carolina, or online at davidsonviolins.com. Davidson Violins is here to help you sound your best.